33 misses the first shot. And Fred Shear on the rebound.
JV came on the foul line either.
No, they didn't. Garrett Johnson with the ball over to Fred Shear out top of the line. And Corey Clayton over to Garrett Johnson out top of the circle.
They probably take the last shot.
Yep, 17 seconds to go in the third quarter. Down to Joe Diller in the corner. Back out to Corey Clayton. And Corey Clayton stops and pops, and no good. Rebound by Adam, off glass and good! And the bucket is good! 33. It's going to be on Chaz Logan, number 33, Dan. That's his second foul. Sandusky's eighth team foul.
5.8 seconds left away in the third quarter.
As soon as Sandusky starts coming back, they just shoot themselves in the foot, you could say, I guess. Number 44, James Matthews set to check in. Shot is no good by Adam. A rebound by Joe Diller. And in and out. And tipped in by Adam Grice. Great job of staying with the ball. And the Little Giants will get the bucket.
66-61, Little Giants are going to the fourth quarter. That's good. And with 12 points in the first quarter, you had Joe Diller with, this has been a hot game of him in the second quarter. He's got Adam Grace. 66-61, the Little Giants up. Major needs to play.
You know, Dan, this seems like it's been a very fast game, I guess, when it's up and down the floor like this.
Well, it is. It's not even on the clock yet.
Sandusky with the ball first, starting the fourth quarter. And the shot by number 22, and that's Bryce Ebron with the three-pointer. So once again, Sandusky coming back. Corey Clayton swinging over to Garrett Johnson. Back to Clayton. And look at the defensive pressure. Sandusky's guards have always been known to do that. Swing it in to Fred. Oh, he missed the bunny. Nice pass by Garrett Johnson, but Fred couldn't put it down. As I mentioned, though, Dan, Sandusky's always been known for pressure on the guards. Blocking foul. That's going to be on Joe Diller, I think. And the bucket is good. So a turn of events right from the get-go. Less than a minute into the fourth quarter.
We should have a fan meeting so that the fans will be allowed to get their way.
Sandusky digging their way back into this game. And Greg Garrett, number 11, set to shoot it, and good. So Garrett on the three-point play.
Sandusky takes a 1-point lead, 67-66.
As I mentioned, Dan, the Little Giants guards need to go back door. Garrett Johnson right down the lane, good, up and good. Good job by Johnson for splitting the defense. But as I mentioned, Sandusky's guards overextend their guards defensively and get in the passing lanes and cause a lot of eruption, turnovers and such stuff like that. And the Little Giants need to counter that. Shot is good by number 4. It looked like Kelsey Williams.
Trading buckets now.
You think anybody's leaving this game early tonight, Dan?
I don't know.
From either team? It's going to go right down to the last shot. Johnson on the drive, off glass. No good. Hap Lauer is going to call pushing the back on somebody.
3, I think.
Number 23, you're right, Dan. That's Daniel Williams on the foul. That'll be Sandusky's 9th team foul. So one more, they'll be in the double bonus, the Little Giants the rest of the way. And that'll be the 4th foul on Daniel Williams.
They have 2 players with 4 fouls.
That's right. Garrett Johnson with the first one, good.
69 all.
Garrett Johnson having a nice ball game tonight, a senior, one of the 3 seniors on this team, with Fred Sheard and Joe Diller. And the shot is up and good by Johnson. He tickled the twine. Sandusky bringing it down the floor. And Garrett's going to swing in the corner for 3. No good. And Scott King with the rebound. Nice job by Scott on the backside of the rebound. And Little Giants seeing Joe Diller. And once again, Sandusky tried to trap. Kicks it down to Fred. And Fred's going to go up with it. And no good, in and out. Sandusky with the ball. Ebron's going to run down the floor with it. And now he's going to set it up on top.
You have to make each one of those count, so you get the ball away from Sandusky, you have to go down and put the bucket in.
And the shot by Ebron is no good. Rebound by Fred. The Little Giants are doing a nice job because Sandusky defensively is out far enough away from the basket. They're getting it down Fred on a one-on-one situation. Hey, Clayton with a drive, up and good by the young sophomore. Corey Clayton, knowing his parents that I do, outstanding young man, coming from an outstanding family. And Ebron out top to Garrett. Swings it around, drives the lane, off glass, no good. Off the rim, short. Clayton's pushing the ball, and over to Scott King, and out of bounds by the Little Giants.
Sandusky's going to take a 30-second timeout. We have 5:30 to play in the game. Little Giants are up 72-69. Some of you have probably been wondering what's happening to our programs here on Time Warner Cable. And Time Warner decided they were going to charge a fee, and we had a little discussion with them, and they have lowered the fee. But you know somebody who wants to help sponsor our games, let us know, because we could use the money nowadays to sponsor this together.
You know, Dan, over the years we've received a lot of great compliments from the members of this community about what a fine job that we do. And not that we're tooting our own horn or anything here, but the fact is that there's a lot of people in this community that enjoy watching the Little Giant sporting events along with St. Joe's sporting events and other things. And it's important that we keep this going. Tim Vogels hands it to Chaz Logan, inbounds it to Garrett. Garrett out top, guarded by Corey Clayton, swings it over to Logan with a three, no good. And Joe Diller on the rebound. And Joe's going to take it coast to coast now, gives up to Garrett Johnson. Kicks it into Fred Shear on the bounce pass. Back out top, and Corey Clayton's going to recover it. Back in the corner to Garrett Johnson for three. Shot is no good. And the ball's rolling around the floor, and Joe Diller got it back and up and good. Garrett Johnson staying with it and passing it to Joe Diller for two. So the Little Giants doing a nice job. And Garrett's going to swing it out top to Logan.
Little Giants by 5.
With a little more than 4 minutes to go, the shot is good by Ebron. And now Fred Sheeran is going to bring it down and give it up to Garrett Johnson. And Johnson on the drive to the glass, and it's blocked. And Joe Diller on the rebound. And no good, but he's fouled on the play. I should say Joe on the rebound, Joe on the loose ball in the air, and doing a nice job of getting to it and drawing a foul.
Anyway, we appreciate Time Warner allowing us the opportunity to put this on the air, but now we have to pay a fee, and it may be as much as $150 a week. So if you got a small fortune that you just won from the lottery, just give me a call. Send me a couple bucks. We'll do our best. We're trying to put these on.
We won't say any names, but there's some members out of the community that could help us out, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Joe Diller on the first free throw. It's up and good. And that is Ebron's third foul. And now the Little Giants are in the double bonus from here on out with over 4 minutes to go. That's going to definitely help the Little Giants in their favor.
75-71.
And Diller sights and shoots it. And good. And Joe checks out of the game. And Robbie Hall back in with Adam Grice in there, Scott King, Corey Clayton, and Fred Sheeran. What a ball game, Dan. This is great.
One of the best games I've seen in this gym in a long time.
Absolutely.
Although you can't take away from last week's game where they just barely lost it.
I'll tell you, Ebron right there, 22, penetrated and drew the defender over and dished it off, and Sandusky got a deuce out of it. And Little Giants bring it down the floor. Watch the trap. And it's over to Fred. Down in the corner to Adam, over to Robbie. Robbie gives it up to Adam, and it's turned over. Sandusky on the run again. Chaz Logan. It's off his knee, and now it's loose on the floor. Chaz gets it back, and now they're going to call Robbie with a shove in the back, I guess. Maybe we need to have a talk with Hap about that one.
Hap gets his name because he always has a smile on his face no matter what's happening.
Even that night he fell down in Findlay, he come up limping, but he was still smiling. And you know what? He wouldn't tie his shoe until the whistle was blown where the timeout was made. And the rebound by Fred Shear on the missed shot is good. And Corey Clayton is going to get tipped out of bounds by Chaz Logan. Ross will take it over yet. And Scott King check it out.
Minutes to go.
Wolverton back into the game, and Robbie Haas set to inbound the ball.
3-point game, 76-73. Giants up.
As we mentioned before, Bill Happ-Lauer, David DePrisco, and Tim Vogels, the Toledo Area Officials Associating. Oh, Voiles. Geez, I thought it was Vogels.
V-O-Y-L-E-O.
Ah. Only a grammar student would have corrected me, right?
Right.
And the drive by Ebron is up and no good. And I don't know what, Dan, but it looked to me like number 4 for Sandusky, that was Kelsey Williams, who's got 4 fouls, was on our back with the putback. With the putback, and Fred's going to be the Yodi party. That's 4 on Fred.
5 on the team.
And you know, that could have been 5 on Williams for Sandusky.
Going to take a timeout. 76-73 to the Giants with 3:21 to play in the game.
And the next game, Dan, after tonight's home game, the next home game will be against Toledo St. Francis, and that should be a heck of a ball game, as it always is. We got to give a little plug in here for the varsity cheerleaders for the Little Giants. And we've got Brittany Gugelsberg, Angie Fleckner, Stephanie Nagel, Andrea Obregon, Kelly Pickerel, Tia Huff, and Adrian Watson.
And who are their coaches?
And their coaches are Tara Coble and Melissa Frizzell George. So we got to put a plug in for the cheerleaders because they work hard, and they deserve their name in here too, right, Dan?
Yep.
That was a little over 3 minutes ago. Sandusky with a free throw attempt, and it's up and good by number 4. That's
6-74, 2-point lead for the Giants.
Kelsey Williams set to shoot his second free throw. And he bends, sends, and is no good. Uh-oh. And we're got a violation here. I believe it's against the Little Giants.
I think it's against
Adam?
Grace, yeah.
Adam Grace. Evidently stepping into the lane too soon. And once again, the shot is up now. This time it is still no good. Adam Grace with the rebound is tipped out to Corey Clayton in the corner. He's trapped, and Corey Clayton doing a nice job of getting a timeout before turning it over.
As I said before, we're going to try to put these games on and these events on. Maybe people should let me know what they think. Should I get my email address?
Absolutely, Dan. Go ahead.
DKHenning, H-E-N-N-I-N-G, at Juno.com. I might have to change my address.
That's why I love you dearly, Dan. I'm so proud of you. Always sticking your neck out there for the better of the community.
That's a pretty big neck. These kids have been great. You know what? They've been doing a great job cheering tonight, standing up for the team. It's great to see so many Ross kids out here cheering their team on.
Absolutely. You know, something else, Dan, is that it'd be nice to see some community members, you know, write some letters to the editor in the Fremont newspaper, to the news messenger, and, you know, promote what we're doing, because it's for the kids out here, you know, for the students and for the kids and the athletes that are playing, and we don't just talk about the athletes on the floor or on the field. We talk about other members of the community as well, and always putting a good plug in. Corey Clayton slipping and losing control of the ball, and Sandusky with the layup by number 3 Mike Morris. Adam Grace with the ball.
And he's tied at 76.
And this time there's going to be a foul. Oh, Corey Clayton went down hard. I hope the young man is all right.
Well, he went up to throw it.
I don't know if he hit his head on the floor.
Well, the Sandusky player didn't mean to knock him down. It's just that there was a
And everybody in the gym giving Corey Clayton a rousing applause, showing a lot of class for the young man who's out there busting his butt. What an effort by Corey Clayton.
His dad ordered the whole home season of videotapes that I did, 6 games of the Fremont Ross football team this year. I hope he got it. I mailed it to him.
Well, I can't say nothing bad about the postal system because my mom was a postmaster for many years.
I don't have any problems with the postal system.
Every time I say something to my mom, she always, has to give me that look, Corey Clayton with the ball, set to shoot the free throw. It's a 2-shot foul. First one is up and no good. And like I said before, Dan, it definitely helps when you're in the double bonus in the 2-shot situation.
Well, the Little Giants desperately need anything right now. Game's tied at 76. Just a little under 3 minutes to play.
The Little Giants still have its foul to give yet before Sandusky's in the bonus.
We could have an overtime game here. Good thing I brought another tape.
You would expect nothing less from a Fremont Ross Sandusky Blue Streak rival, would you? As we all know, last year's game was quite outstanding here in the Purple Pit. The Little Giants coming out victorious, and of course, we all know what happened following that. They got a little extracurricular activity on the floor. But the Fremont's finest took care of that real quickly, didn't they?
Yes, we did.
And as we talked earlier, we noticed there's kind of doubled up on security tonight. And the shot is tipped, and Adam Grace on the rebound. And the Little Giants would.
Block number 11, Greg Garrett.
And the Little Giants will retain possession. The ball knocked out of bounds. Still Fremont Ross possession. With 2:35 to go in the ball game. The Little Giants hanging on. And the pass is into Wolverton, guarded by Greg Garrett. And Wolverton trying to get across the timeline, puts it on his hip, and over to Corey Clayton on the wing. Back out to Wolverton. And now Sandusky once again stepping up the pressure defensively and forcing the Little Giants guards to almost go back door. And Fred Sheeran with pressure out to Wolverton for 3. Shot is up and no good. And they're fighting for it, and Sandusky comes up with it. Chaz Logan. Now he gets it down to Abram, and the shot is off glass and no good. And the shot is still no good. And the third time is good. Third time's the charm for the Blue Streaks. Too many shots.
78-77, Streaks up by 1.
And the pass to Corey Clayton right down the middle of the floor. Oh, it's picked off by Williams. And now Hamp's going to call a foul on Corey Clayton, number 23. And Corey Clayton with the foul, his third foul.
He's got a timeout coming up.
And you're absolutely right, Dan.
Sandusky's timeout. 1:41 to play in the game. Streaks are up 78-77.
Chance Logan on top with a minute 40 to go in the ball game, folks. And we got a tight one here. 77-76. That is a 6, right, Dan? I think so.
78-77.
Oh, that's an 8. Okay.
Only 2 points off.
Yeah, that dumb basket's in the way again. 78-77, and the Streaks being patient, waiting for the Little Giants to step out and foul. Corey Clayton on the coverage, and Sandusky swinging back around. Logan passes back in Ebron, and they're working the clock. And now we're under a minute to go in the ball game. Oh, and Sandusky turns it over. Big turnover by the Blue Streaks. Joe Diller with a 3. Oh, it's partially tipped. And Garrett with the catch of the ball. So now Sandusky's got it right back again.
Wolverton had the foul on that, didn't have any choice.
And Sandusky in the bonus, Dan. So this first shot's a huge shot by the Blue Streaks. Chaz Logan. Gets the ball. He sights it, shoots it, and it's no good. And looks like it's going to be, Sandusky's ball. Evidently tipped out of bounds by the Little Giants. So the streak's getting a break in their favor on a big miss.
40 seconds to go.
And Garrett out top. And Corey Clayton's going to be called for the foul. And I believe that's number 4 on Corey Clayton. This is where the fouls really come back to get you in the end, because if this
Sandusky had 2 players with 4 fouls
right
in the second half, and they're working around.
Well, plus if this game goes into overtime, you lose your players too, you know, and when they foul out. And number 11, Greg Garrett puts the first one up. Garrett bends, sends, and no good. And Fred Shear on the rebound. So Little Giants got plenty of time to get 2 points. Wolverton on the drive, good! Tie ball game with 28 seconds to go. And the Little Giants pressuring defensively. Garrett bringing it across half court. Gets around Joe. We're going to get a foul. I believe that's on Wolverton. And with the score being tied, Dan, I'm not sure you really want to foul, do you? But that's the way it goes.
I don't know.
See, this is a good debate question.
1-1. 1-1. They've been missing the first one on 1-1. You have a good chance of getting down court and taking the lead.
Yeah. Well, Garrett with his first free throw attempt. It's up, and it is no good. And Fred Shear on the rebound, out to Wolverton. So it was to the Little Giants' advantage. It's stolen by Sandusky. The shot is up, and it is no good. Ebron with a rebound. Sandusky still with the ball with 10 seconds. And now we got a jump ball. And the possession arrow goes in the Little Giants' favor. So Fremont Ross will get the ball with 9 seconds to go. And the score is tied. And it looks like... Well, hold on here, Dan. Mark Gidding don't look very happy. David DePrisco just called, is talking to Mark, and it looks like maybe Sandusky is saying they called timeout before this happened. I'm not sure. Mark's not happy, I know that. If Sandusky gets the ball back, this would be a huge turn of events. I think what he's trying to say is that Sandusky called timeout before our player tied him up for the jump ball. And I think that's what they're going to call. So I believe Sandusky will retain possession of the ball. And the students up on their feet trying to get into it, and the band playing. Now we got the girls from Sandusky doing cartwheels all the way down the floor, Dan. Robbie Hall checking into the ball game. What a ball game, huh, Dan? Our first game this year. And I'm not sure, did we do any games last year? I don't think we did we? I don't know, Dan. I don't think we did any, did we? Okay, 1. Dan's never wrong. I look up to you, Dan. You're my hero. Only when we're sitting down. You sit taller than I do. I slouch. I got you beat, though, when we stand up, though, don't I? What a ball game, folks. I tell you what, folks. If you weren't here tonight in the Purple Pit to watch this ball game, you missed out on a good ball game. This is outstanding. What a great game. And Sandusky, as I said, will retain possession. And now they turn it over. So pressure by the Little Giants on the inbounds. Gets knocked out of bounds. No, Mark Gidding will call a timeout.
Game tied at 79.
Hey, Dan, who says this game ain't a game of strategy? Hey, Dan, who says this game is not a game of strategy? First, T.J. James, the coach of Sandusky, calls timeout with the inbounds play. And now, on the turnover, Mark Gideon calls a timeout to set up his offense. 7 seconds to go, and I tell you what, these students for the Little Giants are really into it, aren't they? Give them a shot over there, Dan. They deserve to be on camera. Hurry up, Dan. Hurry. Too late. All right. Inbound by Fred to Adam Grice to Corey Clayton. 5 seconds to go. Corey in the dribble. Coming across. Stops, shoots, and no good. Oh, and guess what? We're going to overtime, Dan. I don't believe it. The Little Giant coaching staff hoping for a foul on the play, but evidently not.
79 all as we face 4 quarters.
And Dan, you better get that second tape out. Wait. And we got the fans into here, don't we, Dan? The student section. Cody Reese down there. And we got the Little Giant faithful cheering them on. Now we're looking at overtime, Dan. How ironic. Isn't this ironic? The first game we do this year, it's overtime.
That's serendipity, not ironic.
Kelsey Williams, number 4, and Adam Grice, number 35, set to tip it off here in the overtime. And it goes to Sandusky. And Chaz Logan bringing it across half court. Out top. And looking to pass it off. And now pressure throws it to nowhere land. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds. And Little Giant ball. So a nice job by Trevion Wolverton forcing a turnover. That a boy, Haplauer. Nice call. We're not a little biased, are we, Dan?
What? No.
We try to be open-minded as best as possible.
Just like good ball game.
That's right. This is an excellent game. And Wolverton on the drive to the hole. Up glass, no good. Followed up by Fred Sheeran. Up and in by Fred. Nice job, 43. Little Giants take a 2-point lead. And we got a young man down for Sandusky on the floor. I don't know what happened over there on the sideline in front of the Sandusky bench. But I think he hurt his ankle.
I think he twisted it. Trying to get his shoe off. Number 33, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is.
He has 3 fouls on him, I think.
I'll tell you what. Chaz has got 3 fouls on him. But I'll tell you what, Dan, if they lose Chaz Logan this overtime, that's a huge loss for the Blue Streaks. He's in a lot of pain over there right now. And their trainer taking a look at him. The Blue
happened away from the ball. I'm not sure exactly what happened.
And the Blue Streaks down 81-79. And they're going to swing it down to the block over to Garrett in the middle. And no good. It's a brick. And it is, once again, back in Sandusky's possession. The shot is up and off the top of the support system. And that's a no-no. That will be the Little Giants ball. What a great game, huh, Dan? Well, folks, if you couldn't make it today, it was your loss.
Well, they're seeing it at home tonight anyway.
That's right. At least this way they get to catch it on TV and enjoy the great ball game. Adam Grace up top, over to Garrett Johnson. Oh, now it's picked, and Garrett Johnson gets it back, and we're going to get a blocking foul on number 23, and guess what, Dan? That's 5 on Daniel Williams. He's gone.
That was a good call, too. That was a real good call.
Absolutely. But, you know, it makes you wonder why he's fouling in the backcourt, but a little overzealous on the attempt. And the student section waving goodbye to him.
Well, there's 2 of them out now with Logan and her.
Right, and Kelsey Williams, he's got 4 fouls. He's down here on the block beside Adam Grice.
Garrett Johnson's going to take a couple shots here.
And Garrett Johnson having a fine ball game.
Yeah, 2 shots.
Right. First shot is up and no good. So a big miss by Mr. Johnson.
2-point lead for Little Giants, 81-79. 2:21 to play in the game.
Come on, number 15, give me one right here. And Garrett Johnson looking the rim over. And puts it up and good. So Garrett gets one out of it.
3-point game.
And the Little Giants up by 3. A lot of time left with over 2 minutes to go, so Sandusky's not in a hurry to shoot a 3-pointer yet. But the way Sandusky shoots them, you never know. Ball's on the floor, and Johnson's going to come up with it. And gives it to Corey Clayton. And still comes up with the ball. What hustle by Corey Clayton. He's going to get a foul call against Sandusky on this one. Corey Clayton going behind the back and staying with the ball, losing the handle on the ball, but hustling and getting it before Sandusky got it.
Whatever happened in the old days when you fouled somebody, you knew you fouled, you just raised your hand.
Right.
Nobody does that anymore.
That probably went away with the tear-away jerseys in football, too.
Yeah.
But that's number 4 on Bryce Ebram, number 22. So Corey Clay with a shot and off the rim and no.
2:01 to play. 82-79. Little Giants by 3.
And if he makes this one, he'll put him up by 4, which would be 2 possessions. And Corey Clayton with the shot. It's up and good. So the Little Giants go by 4. And the Blue Streaks need to be careful with a couple guys that fouled, 4 fouls. And Garrett on the drive. He's going to put it up and good. And Greg Garrett with a shot. And the Little Giants quickly inbound it. Back to Fred Sheard over to Corey Clayton. And Corey stepping over the timeline. And now once again, Sandusky trying to trap out top. And something's got to be open down low, and it's good. Oh, no. Looked like the ball was going to go down for a bucket, and it somehow came out, and David Prisco caught a charge on Adam Grice.
That's Adam's 3rd foul.
So a huge turn of events right there. Looked like the ball was going to go in the bucket, and Adam gets called for a charge. So a big change of events there. 83-81, Little Giants up top, or on top right now. Sandusky up top with the ball. And we're down with under a minute and a half to go in the overtime. And the shot is no good, but the putback is good by Bryce Ebron, number 22. So the Blue Streaks getting a little lucky right there on the putback. And Wolverton with the ball. Way to come across the timeline. It's kicked down to Adam Grice on the block. And we're going to have a foul on number 22. That's Bryce Ebron, and guess what? He's gone. That's 5 on him, Dan. So Adam Grice doing a nice job with a head and shoulder fake, getting him up off his feet. And the student section once again waving bye-bye. And once again, that traditional na-na-na-na, hey, goodbye.
108 to go. 106 to go.
And Adam Grice can put the Little Giants back on top again. The shot is up and good. So a big free throw by Adam, and the second one on its way.
84-83.
And Hap Lauer down here smiling. The official, as we mentioned. And the second one is up and good by Adam Grice. The Little Giants up now, 85-83. Everybody on the edge of their seat. And Chaz Logan out top, over to Garrett. Back to Chaz Logan, he's going to shoot a 3. Shot is up and good. What a shot by Chaz Logan. 46 seconds to go. The ball is going to Fred Sheeran. Out to Wolverton for 3. The shot is up and good. Wolverton busts the 3. Puts the Little Giants back on top. What a shot. Now this place is rocking, Dan. God, this... maybe you couldn't hear me, Dan. It's pretty loud. Shot by Logan for 3. Oh! That's an NBA 3, Dan. Say it ain't so. The Streaks back on top. Yeah, we're going to get it.
Make a timeout. 14.6 seconds left. Little Giants timeout. Trailing by 1. 89-88.
Back-to-back threes by both teams. It's 89-88. The Blue Streaks over the Little Giants with 14 seconds to go in double overtime. And folks, where were you on Tuesday, December 21st? What a ball game. This has got to be one of the greatest games in the Purple Pit I've ever seen, Dan. Corey Clayton on the dribble. Stops. Kicks it out to Wolverton for three. The shot's partially tipped. Air ball. Grace on the rebound. Put back. No good off glass. Shot again by Grace off glass. No good. And we got a foul on the play. And the clock says 0-0. Chaz Logan, Dan, with the foul. Number 3. The Little Giants down 89-88, folks. Unbelievable. Adam Grace for the first one. Oh, no good. It's all right, Dan. Be positive here. We can do it. Come on, Adam. You can do it, baby. I got faith in you, buddy. Come on. Put her in there, Adam. He bends, shoots, and it's good. Atta boy. Hats off to the young man for hitting a big shot, folks. Wow, Dan, we're talking double overtime.
Folks, this is a crazy place tonight. 21st of December, 2004, Tuesday night in the Purple Pit. Little Giants going to double overtime. Mr. Rice sinks the second of 2. It is 89-all. We don't lost Sandusky. I always expect something to happen, but we didn't expect double overtime.
Well, I'll tell you, Dan, the way this game's going, we might hit triple digit yet. Somebody might hit 100. Well, once again, number 4 for Sandusky, Kelsey Williams, who has 4 fouls, set to jump it with Adam Grace, number 35. And David Prisco. And the Little Giants will get the ball and start out the double overtime. And Wolverton out top to Corey Clayton. And as we mentioned, Dan, the foul situation, especially with Sandusky's, really could come back to haunt him here. Adam Grace with the feed down the lane, up and in! Adam Grace with a drive to the bucket. Nice job, number 35. And Garrett into Williams, back out top. He wheels, gets him off his feet. The shot in the corner is no good. But once again, Sandusky gets that second shot. Chaz Logan on the wing, out top to number 5, Lately. And we're going to TJ James calling a quick timeout here in the double overtime for Sandusky. And Sandusky set the inbound the ball out top to number 3, Mike Morris.
Little Giants up 91-89.
Into Williams. Out on the wing to number 33, Chaz Logan. And you know they're setting up something up to Garrett, number 11. He's running the baseline. Just like old Melvin Levitt used to do. An outstanding player for Cincinnati. And it's intercepted by Corey Clayton. Drives to the bucket, off glass. No good, miss. Wolverton with foul, no good with his rebound. And Wolverton's going to take it out top and set it up. So Little Giants hanging tough, getting their own second, third shot. Fred in the block. Kicks it to Corey at the foul line. And it's no good. The roll wasn't kind on that one. And Garrett's going to go coast to coast and knocked out of bounds by Wolverton. Wow.
Playing second overtime. These guys got to be tired, and they have school tomorrow. Isn't tomorrow the last day before Christmas vacation?
Yes, it is, Dan. Chaz Logan out on the wing. You never know when he's going to shoot a 3. Over on the other side. Now they kick it down to Garrett on the baseline. Double team. And he's going to feed it to Williams. What a pass by Garrett to Williams.
91-all.
Adam Grace dribbling it down the floor. And he's looking to pass it off to, hands it to Wolverton out top. And now Wolverton running the offense. Garrett Johnson pops out on the wing. Oh, off his hands and out of bounds.
He's complaining that his shirt was rolled, but that didn't look like he should have had that.
Yeah, Sandusky inbounds it now. Mike Morris brings it across the timeline. Over to number 5, Laley. And Garrett down the baseline, tied up. Kicks it back out. Now Williams on the drive, and it's in and out. Big miss. And now we got a blocking foul on Sandusky. Looks like Mike Morris, number 3, on the foul.
Game expired at 91, remember. Minute 47 to play in the second overtime.
Tell you what, Dan, the effort tonight's been second to none by both teams.
And then look at Sandusky. You know, they're depleted team with a couple guys on the sidelines.
Yeah, this is not obviously the same team Sandusky had when they lost to Finley earlier in the year. And Trevion Wolverton set to shoot the free throws. And once again, it'll be a 2-shot foul. Wolverton with the first shot up and no good off the back of the iron. Now let's get one here, guys. This is definitely a classic, Dan. This has got to go down as one of the top 3 or 4 games ever best played here in the Purple Pit. Exciting. And the second shot's in and out. Tough break for Wolverton and the Little Giants. Chaz Logan bringing it down the floor. Out top with the dribble. Corey Clayton stepping out to guard him. Now it's into Williams at the foul line. Shot is up and good by Williams.
That's twice he's done that. Last 2 shots.
Corey Clayton now getting pressure. Stepping across the half-court line. Breaking the defense off the glass and good! What a drive by Corey Clayton. Oh, he doesn't play like a sophomore tonight. That young man's playing like a senior. Chaz Logan on the wing. Back on top to Morris. And the foul is on Adam Grice. On great feed Garrett as much as they can this double overtime. This is just an outstanding ball game, Dan. I got chills just watching this game.
Pretty quick for as hot as it is.
And the first shot up by Garrett is good for Sandusky. Okay. How's that?
Yeah, 94-93.
Garrett on the second shot. It's up, and it is good again.
95-92.
Little Giants down by 2 with a minute to go in the game in double overtime. And Corey Clayton, he dishes another friend to the bucket. Up, and he's going to be fouled by Chaz Logan, number 33. And I believe, Dan, that's number 4 on him. That is his 4th, Dan. Once again, as we mentioned, Sandusky's got 2 players out there now with 4 fouls. They've already had some foul out. How many times can Sandusky dodge the bullets? Fred Sheeran at the line. The senior puts it up, and no good. Fred with the second free throw shot up and good. And now it's Sandusky 95, the Little Giants 94 with 52 seconds to go in the double overtime. And Sandusky's going to feed the post into Williams. Kick it over to Garrett, and it's up and good. Greg Garrett getting a huge pass from number 4, Kelsey Williams.
He puts it in and gets fouled, so we could end up with a 4-point game after this shot. 97-94, Sandusky. 5 seconds to go.
This gives us kind of deja vu here, Dan. Earlier, the Little Giants went up by 4, and Sandusky fought back. The shot is no good. So a huge miss by the Blue Streaks. The Little Giants have a shot to tie it up or get a deuce. Wolverton on the drive, in the lane, off the glass. Good! Wolverton with a big shot. 97-96 streaks with 30 seconds to go. Garrett bringing it across. Half court, guarded by Garrett Johnson. What a ball game, folks. You missed a good one tonight. Fred with the block. Sheared on the block. Shot is up, and oh! He got the roll to go off that one. That was a kind bounce.
Little Giants take a timeout with 14 seconds.
Wow, Sandusky up by 3. Dan, what do you think?
You got to go for the 3.
Either that or get a quick 2.
John, it's been a great game.
Absolutely, Dan.
We've said that probably 2 dozen times.
And it truly was.
They have to go for a 3. They only have 12 seconds to do it.
Corey Clayton bringing it across the timeline, guarded by Morris. Now Clayton is going to be fouled, and the shot went in. But it looks like Hamp Lauer, the official, is going to wave it off. He's saying the foul was on the floor. 5 seconds to go in the double overtime, Dan. 99-96.
You make one and then miss one?
No, I say make both of them and foul right away. Corey Clayton with the first of two. Corey Clayton, what a great effort tonight by this young man. Corey Clayton with the shot up and in. Corey Clayton is coming of age already as a sophomore, Dan.
99-97.
I'll tell you what, Dan. Before Corey Clayton graduates from Fremont Ross, the state of Ohio is going to know who Corey Clayton was from Fremont Ross. 99-97. Sandusky over the Blue Streaks in double overtime. Corey Clayton set to shoot his second free throw attempt. Corey Clayton spins the ball. Corey Clayton looks at the rim. Shot is up and good. 99-98. And the Little Giants need a quick foul here. Right now would be a great time for a 5-second call against the Blue Streaks to get it in bounds. Dan, nobody's leaving this gym tonight early. Look for the baseball pass here. And Chaz Logan gets it in. Oh! And there it is, a turnover by the Blue Streaks. Chaz Logan trying to inbound to Greg Garrett, and it goes right out of bounds in front of the Little Giants bench. Now the Little Giants have a shot with 4 seconds to go, down 99-98. Dan, I'm telling you what, after this game tonight, the Little Giants pull this out, everybody in the community of Fremont's going to be wanting to buy a tape from you. And I want to be first in line. Joe Diller on the inbounds. Gets it to Fred Sheeran. 4 seconds. Up and in! Fred with a hook into and there it is. The game's over. The Little Giants win. The clock expires. The Little Giants triple-digit win. 199. Oh, what a game, Dan. They're mobbing them at half court. The floor is swarmed with people. What a ball game. The Little Giants, what a Little Giant effort. What a great game by the Purple. Purple and white pull it out at the end over the Blue Streaks. They got to be broken-hearted, but I tell you, them kids played their butt off too. They had a great effort too, but I tell you what, Dan, this Little Giant, this is what they need right here tonight to win a ball game like this. I tell you what, this could spur them on for the rest of the season. What a ball game. What an outstanding effort, Dan. Fred Sheeran on the shot in the lane with the one hand. What a shot by Fred Sheeran. Never say die, Little Giants.
Who would have thought, with Sandusky having the ball, and 5.9 seconds to go, Little Giants would put 2 points in and win the game.
Well, you know, and the thing is, it happened by the two of the Sandusky's best players, best performances tonight. Chaz Logan on the inbounds tries to get it to Greg Garrett, and it just went out of bounds. He couldn't get to it. Right for the Little Giants bench, and the Little Giants got it back with 4 seconds to go. Fred gets it in the lane, puts it up, and nothing but net. And the Little Giants pull it out in the end. What a double overtime victory.
I don't think I want to leave.
I don't think nobody else does. They're still celebrating. There's people still in the stands just like stunned or shocked. This game's got to be on ESPN Classic, Dan. You guys send this one in. Chris Berman's going to love this one.
Hey, folks, this is Dan Henning with John Peters. We're glad you're with us and hope you'll join us right here again next time.
Hey, Dan, and this is why we say, let's get the letters out there. Let's get the good word out there, what we're doing for the cause of the community and for these schools. And so that way folks at home can see this game again. And put a good plug in for us, and we'll be back on.
Final score, 199. Giants over Sandusky.
Good night. God bless. Go Bucks.